a few renderings of the project that we're going to tour in a moment. We're going to queue those up here in a second. And as I do that, I'll mention a little bit about the client. Los Angeles Community College District is the largest community college program in the nation. It has 9 full campuses and 2 satellites, offering education opportunities to more than 250,000 students a year. So as we look at the scope of work of the project, known as the Valley Academic and Cultural Center, it's a new theater and classroom building for the performing arts and media arts programs. It's approximately 118,000 square feet, 2-story concrete and steel structure with a partial basement. There's more than 430 seats in our main theater, 143 seats in our horseshoe, 221 seats in our screening theater, and of course our lab theater. That's a lot of theaters. Alongside of that, we also have specialized teaching facilities geared to both the performing and media arts programs, and 76-seat smart lecture hall, several film studios, highly technical and sound sensitive spaces consisting of the radio broadcast, photography studios, scene shops, Foley rooms, and our exterior improvements include an outdoor amphitheater and of course hardscape and landscape. The building is constructed with reinforced concrete, metal stud frame partitions, structural steel, metal deck concrete fill, as well as a wet fire sprinkler system, standpipe system, a theater production lighting and rigging, and our HVAC system consists of fan coils and VAV boxes, which are tied back to a central plant. And we also now are going to transition over to a drone footage that we shot earlier today. That'll show you a little bit of our outdoor spaces of the project. Now, it really takes a village to construct a project like this. We have a lot of team members within Pinner focused on various aspects of the project, beginning with safety, quality control, and quality assurance, our project engineering team, our building information modeling team as well. And of course, all of that is supported by our project manager and superintendent. We'll also utilize a tremendous amount of labor on the project. And as a result, we have what's known as a project labor agreement. That allows us to keep the dollars local to local residents, and both the district and local building and construction unions entered into that PLA to ensure that the project has labor harmony throughout the course of construction. So we don't have any type of work stoppages. It's also created what's known as a community economic development program to ensure a sufficient supply of both qualified district residents as well as graduates hired from the college to work on the projects. Sustainability is also a very key feature of construction these days. LACCD has made a tremendous investment into the building to ensure we have sustainability at the highest level. We use what's known as LEED, or Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design. And right now, there's multiple rankings of that process. Our project will be built to what's known as a silver level. So our facility will have highly sustainable features. It will be very energy efficient. And to me, the best part of it all is that we have multiple areas throughout the building that provide an opportunity to teach students as they're using the facility how the building is actually achieving all of those goals and standards. You can see the size of and the magnitude really of the mechanical systems on that roof a moment ago, feeding all the different spaces that we talked about as we looked at those renderings. And we're now getting ready to begin our tour within the facility. Miles Doig is going to lead that effort and give us a complete tour of a majority of the spaces that you're going to see. Here, as we're traveling through the drone footage, you can see the outdoor amphitheater on the second floor, and we're going to be entering the main lobby in just a moment. And we look forward to some good note-taking and perhaps some questions at the end of the Q&A. So Miles, take it away, bud. Thank you. And as I mentioned a moment ago, we are live on a construction site. So just give us 1 second as we get that camera feeding Miles.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the tour of the outside of the building. I'm going to walk you through the inside. First, a little bit about me. My name is Miles Doig. I'm a senior project manager with Pinner. I've had 30 years construction of experience. Right now, we're inside of the building here. Just going to walk you down the corridor here. As we get to this hallway, off to the right here, this is actually a radio station, which includes a newsroom, a production studio, and podcast rooms. These spaces are all completely isolated for sound, including specialized walls, doors, windows, slabs, and ceilings. An acoustician specifically designed all of the details for construction with performance requirements of a fully functioning radio studio in mind. As we head down the corridor here, I just want to point out some of the work that we got going on in the ceilings. These are really congested spaces. There's a lot of different trades work up here. There's duct work for mechanical. The red is fire alarm conduit. There's Cat5 cable for internet. Over off to the left here, and actually if you can spin around, there's fire sprinklers. There's an expansion loop in there. We've got plumbing piping. We've got all kinds of stuff. And head a little bit further down here, I'll just show you all of these pipes in the ceiling are actually labeled for the maintenance and operation crew to get here and try to isolate. If there is a problem, they know which way in this case, the natural gas or the domestic water or the hot water is flowing, so they can actually troubleshoot a problem. We are now heading into the main lobby. This is a 2-story volume. Actually, you can see the height here. Quite a nice space, actually. Again, you can see all of the ductwork, fire alarm conduit, electrical conduit, fire sprinkler pipes. That's in the ceiling again. This will be enclosed with an actual ceiling. Be a really nice space when it's done. As we get to here, you will see these tabs. So these metal angles here with the tabs on them. What they do is support all of our wood panels that you saw in the renderings. There's wood panels in the lobby here, both first and second floor, also in the main theater. There's over 1,000 of these panels. Here's actual mock-up with the panels in place. These all had to be field measured before they could be cut and edge band, and then the holes pre-drilled on site or off site, sorry. So when they do come to site, it's basically like a puzzle. Each piece has a place, and they have to go in the right place. So a lot of coordination work involved with that. These here vertical pipes are for some architectural light fixtures that will be going in later on. These will be cut to different elevations. It's a really nice finished element in there. I'm going to take you now into the screening theater. The screening theater, this is like a great, really nice movie theater. For some of you guys, maybe it's what your home theater looks like. It's just like a big movie studio. I don't know if you guys ever remembered going to the movies back in the day. This is what it looked like. Screen up front, control panel at the back. And we're actually going to run through this space pretty quick because we may lose audio here and video. So just bear with us. If we do, we'll be coming out together.
Miles, we're losing you a little bit. We'll key you back in as you come around the corner there. But you can note the amount of coordination that it took to construct the cast in place spaces.
This theater, a couple things. Hopefully we pick back up on audio. You can see it's got all this nice wood panels in place. This is actually all acoustic ceiling panels for noise isolation. There's acoustic wall panels. And if you were here, you could just feel the silence. One thing you'll see, you can't really see it from here, but in the floor, there's holes in the floor here. Actually, I think he's going to get a shot of it, which are covered now with plywood covers. What this does is it has under seat ventilation, which will give you a little bit more detail on that when we head into the basement. It's coming out here. We've got an elevator that's now under construction. We are now going to pop into the main theater, which is actually one of my favorite places in the building. All right, we've entered the main theater. Again, you can see there's some more of that metal with those tabs on it. All of this red iron that you see here will get those wood panels installed on it. So now we are actually in the main theater. You can see more on the floor. You see the same under seat ventilation that was in the screening theater. And this will provide heating and cooling for the seated area. In front of us, that half radius portion is the orchestra pit, which is actually on a lift that can go up and down. Behind that is the stage, and you can see that area with the beams on the floor. It's called a trap room. That floor can actually be disassembled, so you can move big scenery items, or if you have something on a lift that may go in for some major production, you're all set up for that. Now we're walking down to the stage area, looking back up into the balcony seats. You can see we've got a couple levels of balcony seats. Again, we have the metal in there for those balcony seats. These again will also have wood panels attached. This theater is a 430 seat theater. And if Pete can actually spin around here, I'll show you. This is what's called a proscenium theater. It's actually got a picture frame around three sides of it here. Proscenium, it actually means it looks like a movie theater or a TV show where all you see is the action from one side. There's big 21-foot wall sections there that will be wood clad that slide closed. You can see the track up in the ceiling there will slide closed to give you a limit what you see off stage. There's also some enclosures on both sides of the stage so you don't see again what is off stage. Up above here you have wood panels that actually what they do really is purpose architectural, and they actually, you can see there's an elaborate catwalk system up there, so they kind of hide the catwalk. And what the catwalk does is allows for the production crew up there to set and operate any lights or rigging or sets or anything that may be required out of sight of the audience during a performance. All right, let's work our way through here back to the stage. We're entering here right now. This is actually a light lock. So, if you go into a movie theater, that you don't get light from the outside in the hallway coming into the theater. So it's like a little vestibule that separates it. Again, the orchestra pit, you can see the lifts are going in place there, like a screw drive spiral that lifts the orchestra lift up and down to whatever heights required. The trap room, again, this is the basement level down below. They can disassemble this floor if they want to bring some big items up, or they have a scene that maybe have a raising platform. Looking up above here, you have a grid system up in the ceiling, which allows the theatrical personnel to do rigging and lighting, etc. Pull down curtains, drop sets up above, out of the way of any of the viewing audience. You've got a high wall here. They're hidden from this on this side again of the picture window by the high concrete wall. This is about a 70-foot wall. You can imagine the coordination and the work required to go put this in place. Smoke vents up at the top. If in case there is a fire or anything like that, those vents will actually open up and clear the smoke. Now we'll head over into the scene theater. Bear with me. We may, again, lose audio and video portion on this, but if not, hang tight. We'll be right back.
As Miles is transitioning into
so right
the other
here we
space.
have the freight elevator, pretty large elevator as you can see, and it's for again bringing materials up to the upper floor, sets, I don't know, whatever it might be, just anything that needs to go up to the higher floors or to the basement. We have the loading dock is right out here, so basically coming through
back a house.